Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sheree. Thank you so much for joining. In today's video, as you can see by the title, I'll be doing an eyebrow tutorial. In my first video, I asked if you all wanted to see that, and a few people did hit me up and said they wanted to see how I do my eyebrows, so that's what I will be doing in this video. Before I get started, I do want to take the time out to thank you all for showing me so much love and support in my videos that I've posted already. I definitely have more content to come, so yes, again, thank you all so much. And if you want to see how I do my eyebrows, just keep on watching. Okay, so as I mentioned before, let's go ahead and get started. So what I usually do to start out with doing my eyebrows is I'll put some soap and water on them to clean them up if they are a little bit messy. So I have this little cotton pad here. I'm just gonna rub this on. It has some water and a little bit of soap. I just put that on there so if I'm gonna clip them or cut them, it can glide a little bit better. So I'm going to be taking this eyebrow pencil. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's the Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the color Espresso. For now, I'm just gonna be using a little spoolie on the end, and I'm just gonna use it to brush up my eyebrows. As you can see, they are a hot mess due to quarantine and everything. I haven't been able to get them done, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up myself. So I like to brush it up to get all the excess hair standing up, and then I'll just take some scissors here and then clip the extra hair that I don't want. So then I'll go back up and brush it again to get any hairs that may have fallen down, and repeat that. And honestly, since I do fill in my eyebrows now, I don't get my eyebrows done as often or really anymore. I just do them myself. At this point, I kind of think it's a waste of money because I just go ahead and clean them up, and when I fill them in, they come out looking just as good. So, you know, if you practice doing your own eyebrows, that could be another way that you can save money in the future. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this eye, being careful not to cut too much. And I do like my eyebrows kind of thick, so I'm not gonna just cut it too thin so that too much hair is going. I'm just going to cut it just to get the straggly pieces off. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead and take that same cotton pad with the soap and water on it, and then kind of rub off the excess hair and put a little bit more soap on it. And then I'm going to take this little razor that I got from the beauty supply store, and what I like to do is just clean up these little extra flyaway hairs. So I'll just close my eye and lift it, and then just kind of gently go over those areas and get my arch together. I don't go up too high or cut off too much hair, just the little hairs that were out of place I clean up. And then wipe it again to just get those hairs off. And as you can see, I have a nice little arch, but then there's no extra hairs that were just there. And then just to clean up the top, I just shave a little bit on the top to make it more flowing, get rid of any loose hairs that are there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Sometimes I like to lift it up with my finger so I can get a more clean and precise cut. And then just go around. I don't take off too much hair. I always have one problem brow which looks crazy, which is this one. Because when I was a kid, I cut my eyebrows and they never grew back right. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit more at the top, and then that's it. So then I'll go ahead and take one that just has water on it. So I have a little spray bottle here, and then I'm just going to take off any soap or excess hair that was there. And then this is how my eyebrows are looking. They're cleaned up, nothing too dramatic, but just good enough so I can go ahead and get them filled in. As I said, I'm gonna take this Ulta Beauty eyebrow pencil in the color Espresso and brush up my eyebrow hairs just so I can get them in the place that I want them for filling them in. And I really do like this eyebrow pencil because it is very thin and it's very precise, which I like when I'm doing my eyebrows. So what I like to do, I just take the pencil and I just make sure I just kind of flick it. I don't want to get too much product on the eyebrows. So what I'll do is I'll start at the bottom and then just kind of create a line at the bottom of my eyebrow. So I don't start right at the beginning. I'll go maybe here and then just do slow strokes. I'm gonna go ahead and take another cotton pad just to get the excess water off because I like my brows to be dry. So what I do, I'll start in the middle and then kind of lift my eyebrow up and then start doing flicking motions to create that natural line that's already there. And then I'll bring it down to create the tail part of the eyebrow. And then I'll do the same thing at the top at the end too, and I'll fill that in a little bit more. I cut a little bit too much hair on the side, but it's fine. And then I'll go at the top, and I don't make them too thick. I just keep the natural line of the eyebrow that's already there. And again, I don't go too far in the front. I just start here and then kind of bring it back and then fill that area in and fill in the tail area. And then for the front, I just like to have it look a little bit more natural, so I just take the pencil and then kind of just flick it to create brow-like strokes so it doesn't look too fake or filled in and a little bit more natural. And here at the front, I'll just kind of do a little bit at the bottom because I am missing some hair there to just kind of fill it in. But when I'm filling it in, I'll just flick it to create a more natural hair look in the front. So you don't want the front to be as dark as the end because you want it to look a little bit more natural. Then I'll take the spoolie and then move the product throughout the brow. And then I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, kind of starting where the hair is not as prevalent and creating that line like I did on the other brow and filling it in. So then I like to kind of look at them. My eyebrows hardly ever look the same. They're sisters, they're not twins, they're just sisters. So I try to make them look as close to each other as I can. So this one looks a little bit more thick, so I'm gonna fill this part in a little bit more. This is also why I like to do my brows before my foundation, because if I messed up, I can just clean it up a little bit easier, I think. Okay, so this is how the brows are looking, and what I like to do to clean them up and make them look more precise is I like to take some concealer and then go underneath the bottom and the top so that they look more clean. I'll be using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color medium. So this is just a little bit lighter color so my under eyebrow and top can pop. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on my hand, and then I'm gonna take this Morphe M41 brush to go ahead and add the concealer. So I just put a little on my hand, add a little bit on the brush, and then what I like to do, I like to start in the middle as well, like I did with the pencil color, and then just kind of work it underneath the brow to make like a precise line. And then I like slowly drag it to the front. And then what I like to do is kind of rest my hand on my face and then just kind of flick it that way so I can have more control over the brush. Drag it down, which eventually will prime my eyes if I'm not using an eyeshadow primer. And then I'll go on top and do the same thing, just following the natural line of the eyebrow. Here I like to just keep a really steady hand and then just kind of slide it across the top, following my natural shape and bringing it down kind of a little bit above the eyebrow so I don't mess up, and then kind of going a little bit closer and closer as I go. And then bringing it down, connecting it with the bottom part. And then here, if I see I don't like how the back end is coming out, I'll just add a little bit more product to fill it in. And then take a little bit more of that concealer and create the shape that I want. Sometimes I'll go ahead and flick it in the front to make it that shape that I like and clean up any mistakes here. And then I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So this is how we're looking. I like to see how they are, and you can, once you put the concealer, you can kind of get the shape and see how they're gonna look. And then if I feel like something is missing, I'll go ahead and fill in the brow accordingly. Once I feel like I have the shape that I want, I like to take a brow gel to keep them in place. This is the Maybelline Brow Drama Gel brown mascara in the color Deep Brown. So it's just kind of like a mascara wand, but for eyebrows to keep them in place and so they don't move throughout the day. So I just go ahead and rub that on the brows. Be careful not to get the gel on other parts. I just dollop it on the brow like that, and then I'll go back in with that same eyebrow pencil with the spoolie end, and then just kind of rub the product throughout the brows. And then I'll do is I'll take a beauty sponge and then I'll go ahead and blend out the concealer. Or if you're just gonna go ahead and put on some if you're gonna put on some foundation, you can go ahead and put it right on top. But I'll blend out the edges a little bit. And this is just a small beauty blender, but you can use any size. So this is how the brows came out. As you can see, they don't look exactly alike, but they both look nice and neat to me. So this is how I do my brows every time. And then once you do your brows, you can go ahead and move on and do your normal makeup routine and put your foundation and everything on top. So this is how we came out. If you all liked the tutorial, go ahead and leave comments or questions you have in the comment section. And yeah, thank you for watching my eyebrow tutorial. Once again, my name is Sheree, and I will see you in the next video.